purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. What up, gents? Welcome to the Simsational Gent live stream number 32. Thank you all for being there. As you come into the live stream, make sure that you hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, we talk about topics like this all the time that are going to be very impactful towards you in your life. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you become a gent and be a part of this, okay? So how are you all doing? I hope everybody is okay. So just before this live stream, we just had a video that we put out, and I will tell you, it's got to be probably one of the quickest videos I've turned around. I really didn't even get started till almost like 3 p.m., 3 p.m. I don't even know if it was that. I might even started later than that. All I know is it took a long time. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Let me check the chats real quick. All right, okay. So listen, today we're going to talk about nice guys finishing last, nice guys that finish last. And we're going to do some clips where we have some women that discuss this topic, but we're also going to, discuss nice guys meaning well. We're going to discuss what women really want. And then we're also going to talk about what men should aspire to do and to be. But I think that a man will have more pride in himself. Also, women will respect him more, so at least more than being just a nice guy. So, oh my God. So I'm already one drink down, so I'm a little relaxed. I'm chilling with some Captain tonight, nothing special. And like I said, I've been putting a lot of work today. So I kind of took a day off, kind of need some break. And we're going to talk about that. In the upcoming weeks, I have a lot of stuff going on. So you're going to probably see me scale back on some of the videos. There'll probably be quicker videos, kind of like the one that I put out prior to this live stream. And what it is that I'm going to be getting ready to start packing up and moving this apartment and starting to make my move. And so there's a lot of stuff that I have to get done before I leave. So trying to do 5 videos a week, maybe a little bit tougher. So my videos will probably be a little bit more simplistic, but they will still be impactful. And I think that'll help you out here. That'll be still good for you all to watch. So again, welcome to the Simsational Gent live stream. And let's go ahead and get things started. All right. So that was the intro. We're going to do some shout outs real quick. Right now, I got my boy here. Neil, I have a story to tell. Thank you for being here, brother. I know you're probably listening because you're out there working and stuff, putting in that work. Okay. Make sure you go check out Neil's channel where he talks about, gives you inspirational advice. He also go ahead and tell you about, check out his live stream where he talks about different topics that'll help you improve your life and yourself. Also, if you are having certain feelings and ideations and stuff like that, he gives out great numbers and stuff like that. And then the last thing is he also talks about the gig economy. So make sure you go check that out. I have my other friend here, Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Make sure you go check out her channel. And she talks about her experience, her and her mom, Julie's experience being British women that are here and experience in America and telling us their experiences here in America, and just really good, fun, good-hearted channel. Make sure you go check out and subscribe to both of these channels. Thank you all for being here. All right. And then Lucy says, yeah, I'm happy for you. Congrats on moving. Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you, Lucy. I am a mess now thinking about it, because it's a lot and I just haven't had time to really work on it. I have so many things to get done, and the end of the month is coming here soon. I still got to get my taxes done. I still got to take care of all the little ins and outs, if you will, that are going to hold me back from being able to make a successful move. And, this is a lot of things that come with it, so for the first month, I'm going to go visit my kids, go visit my mom. I haven't seen my mom in forever. I haven't seen my kids in forever. So for the first month, I'm not going to be going anywhere. And then probably after that first month, then I'm going to leave. And I've already decided now. I didn't know where I was going at first, but I do have an idea of where I'm going. And I'm going to go to Cancun first because I've been there before. I'm comfortable. It will allow me the opportunity to work on my Spanish full time in a setting that I'm kind of a little bit more comfortable with. And then once I get, I'll be there for I will say 3 to 5 months, and then after that period of time, I'll come back to the states. I'll come say hi and see everybody again, and then I'm going to go. I think this time I'm going to go South America. I'm thinking Colombia will be the place I wind up going to. So I hope you all will join me for that journey. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in here. If you're watching this is pre-recorded, hit that like button. And also, I hope that you will subscribe to the channel so that you will see the evolution of this channel and the different things that I want to try to do. I'm still going to make content like I do on this channel, even while I'm in other countries. However, I also will be bringing you my experience of what I'm going through. And hopefully it's an inspirational channel for you so that if you have any type of aspirations or dreams that you go after them. They don't necessarily have to be what I'm doing because it takes a lot of planning in order just to be able to pick up and leave out of the country. But I want people to follow their dreams. And as I always say on this channel, live your best life. All right. So let's see what we got here in the comments. Neil says, congratulations. The plan is coming to point. I see. It's trying, man. I will tell you that I haven't really had, like I said, I haven't done my best as far as the timing and stuff like that. But I work better under pressure. Some people do. And something else I want to bring up real quick. Here's a Living Your Best Life t-shirt. Or sorry, sweatshirt. I also have t-shirts and workout shirts. And then I know I said I was going to make some more shirts. I really just haven't had a lot of time to do that. The shirts, the patterns are created. I just have to put them onto shirts and then actually start the campaign so that you guys can purchase those things if you want to. So thank you, Neil, for the congratulations. Lucy says, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. Moving is so exciting, but there's so much to organize. It'll be worth it when you are living the dream, though. And you know what? I know that that's it. And listen, the other day I was out, and just a lot of pressure and stuff was on me. And the one thing I realized was that I'm a little nervous. And I don't. That's normal. It's normal. I've been I've been in position, especially being in the military, where I had to pack up at a moment's notice and be able to go. I still felt the same way I feel then as I feel now, except there's just a lot more to get done because this is a total life change. And so I'm built for this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like everything in my life has brought me to this point. Being an only child, being in the military, being on submarines, being isolated and away from people for a while. It was like I have to do this, and I really hope it works out. You know what I mean? Knock on wood. You know what I mean? So I know it will work out, and I know it'll be a positive thing. So I hope you guys will be there with me. So you guys are here to see what we're talking about today. Nice guys finishing last. You know, it's funny that I look back and I remember being an only child, and I had a single mom, and having a single mom, um, like especially a mom that's a good mom, right? A mom that's a woman that you look up to, that has done everything to make sure that the best she could with what she had, and to make sure that her son is okay, to make sure that her son is growing up to be a good man. My mom did all those things. I can say that even though my mom is a single woman, or was a single woman, still is a single woman. We can talk about that a whole nother time, but um, she did the best she could considering that she had a son. And my mom was pretty tough. So even though she was tough and she taught me to be tough, it was still the men that came in and out of my life that allow me to see what a man really is. And I will say that, wow, I mean, I just look at all the men. You know what? I was kind of blessed because there are men that go through it and they don't have what they consider male influences that they can look at to say, I don't know what it's like to be a man. I can't say that. I've seen all different types of men. And I want to shout out a man who is no longer here with us. His name was Barry Washington. And Mr. Barry used to live across the street from us. And Mr. Barry would let me use his lawnmower and I would cut his grass, I would cut our grass, and then he would allow me to even use his own gas to go around and cut lawns and to make money as a young man because I used to hustle. You know what I mean? There's all kind of things I used to do to hustle down in New Orleans. One of the things I used to do was cut grass. One of the things I've done is cut hair. One of the other things I did was back in the day, I used to draw on jeans. I'm wearing some light blue jeans, and I would take one leg and I would draw, I'd buy markers at the store, and I would draw on pants legs. And back in the day, it was a thing to have the Looney Tunes, and it was a thing to have the Tasmanian Devil and the Simpsons and stuff like that. And you would draw them in cross colors and you would draw them with chains on and stuff like that. And people wanted that drawn on their pants leg. And I was doing that at like 12 years old, 13 years old, right? Like, so I was drawing these things and, you know, people would pay me for that. And they're going to tell you how well I could draw at that age in order for grown men to allow me to draw these things. Teenagers, grown men allow me to draw this stuff on their pants legs and stuff like that. So let me get back to the chat. We see we got more people coming in. As you come in, make sure you hit that like button. That like button is going to allow people to know that this live stream is going on. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We can talk about some good stuff. And today we have a whole bunch of stuff we need to talk about. Probably fewer clips than I normally bring into these live streams, but that's okay because it's still going to be impactful stuff that we need to discuss here today. I got my boy T-Mac in the house. What's up, T-Mac? Good to see you as always. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Hope you had a good week so far. Happy hump day. Okay. We got Jay and Leon. World, what it do? Sean just getting home from work. Icy conditions here in Dallas. Man, first of all, let me just say thank you for making it to the live stream. And let me say specifically thank you all contribute to my live stream last week. Y'all contribute financially to my live stream last week. And I can just say thank you very much. You know, when you're first starting out, you're sinking so much money into the channel to make sure that you have the things you need to at least make it look somewhat decent and be somewhat competitive to other people that are in the especially here in the manosphere. And you know, it's little things like that. It's really more the sign of appreciation. And right now, I've just been sinking things right back into it. You know, whether it be the lights, the camera, the holders, the lights behind me, right, the lights ahead and stuff like that. So I try to sink things right back into this because in the end, the thing that has made this channel grow is me realizing that this is something that it's a business, and the other part to this is that, you know, you guys come here because you feel like you're getting something or some type of entertainment value. And I hope that's what you feel, because that's what I want this to be, especially once I take this channel on the road. If you're just coming in, you may not know. I just said that I'm going to probably cut back or scale back the way the videos are. They may be a little bit lower quality, but it's going to be the same impactful information. And the reason is because I have a little bit over a month left living here. I'm going to try to sell some stuff. I got to sell my car. I just have a lot of things to do. I have to set up a mailbox, all these things, make sure my passport and everything is ready. And then I'm going to do some traveling, see some family. And then from there, I'm going to go to Cancun, Mexico. That way my phone still works, still able to keep in communication with all my friends and family initially, and allow me to work on my Spanish and allow me to just get used to being out of the country. Also, I'm comfortable in Cancun, so that's the first place I'm gonna start. I'll probably go between there and Playa del Carmen, and then I'll come back to the States, see all my family and friends, and then from there, I'm probably gonna go to Colombia. So that's where I'm gonna go once my Spanish is up to par and I'm ready to move on. What's in y'all cups tonight, gents? I have Captain and Coke. So everybody's saying what's up to everybody. Jay said, I had that hustle too. Save aluminum cans, cut yards, cut hair, fix bicycles. Whoa, yo, man, I would take old scrapped bicycles and I would actually work on them and I would make those bicycles. Like I would buy the little custom stuff to make them look good, spray paint them and stuff like sand them down, spray paint them, and then sell them. I also, what else did I do? One of the men that came through my life was a friend of my mom's, and he was an engineer. And that dude showed me how to fix a Nintendo. So I would take my Nintendo apart and then I would lift the little chips up in the back. And that way, instead of pushing the cartridge in and pushing down, what I would do is you just put the cartridge straight in. And I'm talking about some of the most jacked up games people had would work. And it was like, wow, man. And I would clean it and stuff like that. So I made money doing a whole bunch of stuff. If you guys, I have my moderators, if you guys see people come in here and they got these little dot things, whatever, go ahead and feel free to block them. But do not block what people are saying, right? I want everybody to be able to speak, whatever, unless it's very, very vulgar, and then block that as well. But I don't care if there's cursing and stuff, and then just let it go. All right. So that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Jay. I appreciate you. Neil says, everyone in the chat, everybody's saying what's up. YouTube is expensive. Yes. I mean, like I've sank a lot of money into YouTube. And we're not even talking about just the sinking the money in YouTube. We're talking about the time, like the amount of time. Like I was editing videos sometimes for like a day and a half. Way too long to be editing a video, especially when your channel is small. You need to kind of just have good content. It could be lower quality, as long as the sound is good. So you should invest in your sound. But as long as the sound is good, people just want the knowledge. People want the information. People want a place that they can come and people hear what they're saying. And then once I realized that, I think that's when the channel really took off. And that's on me. I should have been did it. But once it clicked in my head, I started doing what I had to do. Jay says, I have Maker's Mark number 46. Oh, okay. Somebody not playing. You know what? If I had more time prior to this, I don't do whiskey all the time, but I do like a good old fashioned, and I'm more of a Scotch person. So I would probably have a Scotch on the rocks, splash of spring water or fresh water, and then that'd be the way I do it. But tonight I'm doing Captain and Coke. And also, so that I don't have to get up, I brought it here so I can make me another drink. And I brought me a spare Coca-Cola as well. Okay? Because I want us to have a good time. We're going to have a good time today, okay? And then Neil says, my godmother let me use her lawnmower also to hustle. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, you guys can recognize. So, look, there was a point that I was making to that story. There wasn't always men in my life to just necessarily every day teach me how to be that man. So, of course, I wanted to be a nice guy because my mom, to me, was a great woman. And I wanted to be the type of dude that I wanted for her in her life. The problem with that logic and that mindset is that when you are the nice guy, you get taken advantage of or you get taken for granted. So being the nice guy sounds good in theory. Should men be nice? Absolutely, they should be nice, but it's different. And we're going to talk about that later on. We're going to go through some of these clips. We're going to talk about the difference between being a nice guy. And like I said at the end, I'm going to tell you guys what men should aspire to be. And we talk about it all the time in this channel. So if you're new to the channel, like it, subscribe. Let's go. All right. Let me see. They talk about age. Yep. Wait. T-Mac. Are we both April babies? T-Mac, you hear me, bro? Bro, I'm about to be the same age in April, except I'm at the end of April, though. I'm a Taurus, man. I'm stubborn. Okay. Jay says, I'm 46. We had that hustle in us. These kids nowadays accept everything for nothing. Listen, man, why do they feel like, you're Aries, bro. T-Mac and Aries. It's all good though. I feel you, brother. We still April babies though. You okay? We a different type of breed there, okay? All right. So look like I froze up a little bit, okay. But it's still an April baby. I love it, man. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get it. You know what I'm talking about. We different type of breed, man. Let me get these headphones on because you guys are ready to get into this. We've been sitting here talking for 20 minutes, having a good old time. But listen, a lot of men, especially ones that had to deal with single mothers, had to go through, maybe not having their dad or those male figures around. And then you had to learn through the school of hard knocks, getting hurt, getting your feelings kicked in, getting your teeth knocked out, all that stuff, right? You have to go ahead and fight on your own and stuff like that. My mom would be working. That's why we get along, Neil. Neil says he's a Virgo. That's why we get along with you. Let me tell you that a lot of the times we had to be resourceful on our own. We had to be strong. We had to learn things on our own, especially with my mom at work a lot of time. I was a latchkey kid pretty much from the age of 7 all the way until I was an adult. Okay. I don't know if you can say a latchkey kid when somebody's past the age of 13. I don't know about that, but the point is, I did it. Now I got this first video for you guys. I realized I saw this video somewhere else. The video wind up kind of going viral because it has like over 1.5 million views. So this first video, and I made sure that this one was first because this is the viral video. This is the one where this guy is going to ask the question about being a nice guy, but a woman is going to be brutally honest with him. And we're going to discuss it on the other side of this video. So, without further ado. All right, took that out. All right, let's go.
It's always like, yeah, of course girls are going to go for like Johnny Spells because he like has a motorcycle and is like super in shape. But like, there's like nice guys who honestly like have a lot to offer that they would like never.
I mean, I hate that I'm gonna even tell you this, but like, I think that you feel like you have a lot to offer, and please take this the right way.
Sure.
You don't.
Hard to see a great way to take that, if I'm being super honest.
Like, what are you doing to work on yourself to make yourself more interesting and attractive? Like, are you just thinking that women should like change themselves and lower their standards in order to date you? I'm saying this to you now because like,
wow.
I really think it will help you, even though it's very hurtful.
It's like Siobhan didn't say vicious mockery, but I think she's casting vicious mockery.
Ooh, that was a brutal one. Okay, let me make sure there's no echo. That was pretty brutal. Okay, so let me know what y'all think in the chat about that. Before I get started with my soliloquy on what I think about it, what y'all think about what she just said? That way I can set up to get the next video set up. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to get the next video set up. Oh, maybe y'all couldn't hear that. Okay. All right. So wait. Hey, Leon, how you doing, baby? Thank you for being here. Thank y'all for both being here. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all so much for what y'all do for the channel. And I thank you already, okay? Lucy says, that was brutal. me. Now, eventually I'm going to get one of these soundboards so I can make some crazy sounds and stuff like that. You know what I didn't do? I didn't play no music when I came in. I should have been dun. I love that. I don't know why I love that. But Lucy said, oh my God, that was brutal. Let's see what T-Mac says. Dude seems like a normal guy. Probably is that normal responsive dudes aren't mysterious enough. So listen, here's my take on when I saw that. First of all, I thought it was brutal. I probably watched it like a couple more times, even though I was like, oh, every time. You ever watch somebody, those videos where people get kicked in the nuts, you're like, oh, and no matter how many times you watch it as a dude, you cringe. You cringe. Yeah, because it's terrible. It's hard to watch that. He seems like he was a nice guy. Now, what she was saying, I'm actually going to take her side on this. I know, gents, I know, but I'm going to take her side on it. You could say maybe the way her delivery was not right, but as dudes, don't we expect women to be able to take our honesty and not get emotional about it? So here's the part that I think that was very important about what she said. To tell somebody I'm a nice guy and you should just mess with me because I'm nice, like being a nice person in theory should be a prerequisite of being a person, right? Like, why would you be a jerk, right? There's no sense in doing that. What she's saying is that if you're just coming to the table with just being nice, that's not enough because now she talked about women lowering their standards. And here's the thing, we've talked about it a lot of times on this channel that 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 modern women have high, very high expectations. So high sometimes that I think it puts them out the dating market when you have, pretty much 80% of the women trying to go after 20% type dudes. And that's just not going to work out. That's why the 20% type dudes have their way. That's why they can sleep with multiple women. They can pretty much do what they want. The dating market is wide open for those type of dudes because they know they can get away with it. They know everybody's hunting for them. Okay. Now, when you talk about this guy here, right, I'm not going to sit here and rate another dude. I'm just going to say that I would say he's an average dude. And with that being said, when you're the average dude, there are things that you need to be working on. Now, we talk about it a lot here again on this channel. We talk about these things. We talk about improving yourself, finding your purpose. If this dude thinks I could just be a geeky nerd, I could be clean cut and stuff like that. I have a job and I'm a nice guy, and you know, I can live in my mom's basement, but I'm a nice guy. Then what this woman is saying is that you have too low of standards. Why should a woman accept you just because of the way you act? Right? There has to be some level of attraction. There has to be some level of something that pulls you to her. Now, that might be harsh to say because some guys are like, well, why can't I just be me and they accept me for me? But we already understand the environment that we live in. So sometimes you got to put in that work. Now, I'm not saying you put in that work for a woman to be with a woman. You put in that work for you. And in the process, if you can be that dude, but if you are working on yourself, I'm telling you, it will pull and draw people towards you. It will pull the right people. It will pull all kind of people towards you. But you being discerning will weed out the wheat from the chaff. Okay. Let me see what y'all saying here in the chat. I'm doing a lot of skipping tonight, but laugh at the kick in the nuts. I swear you can almost feel it too. Right, you say it, it's just bad, right? That's what happened to that dude in that stream. T-Mac says he would clean up in other countries because women in South America and Asia want stability over swagger. Listen, I'm not necessarily mad at women per se for wanting a guy to take care of himself, to do these things. I have a problem when you have women with unrealistic expectations that won't work on themselves but expect men to bring so much stuff to the table. Now, I don't openly ever ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? I think that's silly. I think you just be who you are. You're working on yourself, you're working on your purpose, and then you will see who they are. So you don't have to ask, what do you bring to the table? You ask the right appropriate questions as any adults do, and then you find out who they are. So I never have to ask, what do you bring to the table? But in a way, she reversed it on him. What do you bring to the table other than I'm a nice guy? See what I'm saying? So that's why I can't be mad. Now, T-Mac is absolutely correct. A lot of dudes are like, I don't want to play this game. I just want to be able to be me, and I want to be able to have somebody that I'm with. And maybe that might be the best choice for those type of men to go to other countries where the requirement is a little bit lower. Women realize the scarcity of men that can provide and give them a better life. So what do? Those women will go for a dude like the one we just saw, and they will gladly appreciate them. However, I believe, and you guys that have been here that have supported the Simsational Gent know from day one, I always say, work on yourself, work on your purpose. live your best life. I've never deviated from that. I might have changed the channel up a few times, but I've never deviated from that message. And because we should always be looking to improve. So if that dude still wants to be the same guy, wants to put in the same amount of effort and be the same type of dude, then expect you're going to have more women verbally kicking him in the nuts. All right. Okay. So, man, I'm freezing up a lot. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's going on today with the intranet. I even closed out a lot of screens too. Actually, let me see something. Oh, my computer is using a lot of resources. Hold on real quick. All right. I closed out my editing program. Hopefully that helps out. I already set up the next video. Let's go ahead and get into this one. So this young lady is going to answer a question about why do nice guys finish last. She's going to say something. I agree with part of it and I disagree with part of it, but let's talk about that on the other end of this. Shall we? Okay.
Why do nice guys always finish last? So I've talked about this in a video before, but I'm gonna talk about it again. People think that girls always go for the guys that treat them the worst. People think that girls like to be in relationships where they're treated terribly. That is not true. What happens is that the guys that end up playing us or treating us badly are nice guys at first. Most of the time, when you first meet guys like that, they're really charming, really nice, trying to get on your good side. So us girls think that they genuinely are a nice guy. And over time, we do find out what they are actually like. So to all the nice guys out there, genuinely nice guys, please keep doing your thing. Because everyone gets revealed for who they are eventually. So keep doing you. I promise your time will come.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. Check it out. Thank you for telling me that, Jane Leon. I appreciate that. So this woman was answering a question, why do nice guys finish last? And so she seems to be a very genuine and nice person, and she answered that in such a way that that if you are a nice guy, it should give you hope. But there is some stuff in there that I agree with her and I disagree. Let's talk about the things that I agree with her on. The one thing I agree with her on is that unless the guy is just straight up being a jerk from the very beginning, right? Which some guys are, like I'm gonna be a jerk because that's the way I found that women respond to me. And then you have guys that could be that top 20% dude. They're going to come in. They're going to be nice. They're going to be smooth. They're going to be suave. Some of them may be sophisticated. Some may have game. And they're going to come in and they're going to come in with their best foot. What they used to say back in the day, or what your Sunday best, they're going to come in to talking to women in their Sunday best, if you understand what I mean. All right. So it's going to look. So she's right. There are bad dudes that will come in and be nice and whatever. The problem is that you have a bunch of women. Again, a lot of women want that 20% dude, and that 20% dude, most of the time, they are very charming. These are people that are around people all the time. These are the type of dudes that everybody wants to talk to. People wants to be in their presence. Some are going to be quiet. Some are going to be outgoing, but it doesn't matter. Women want those type of dudes. And so what happens is those dudes have options. And what happens is they wind up taking advantage of those situations. Now, a young lady like her may have talked to, a dude that she thought was seemingly nice. And, and there's guys that like, hey, I got it now. And so now all of a sudden they want to be players, right? They all of a sudden want to be like, I got it now, so I can go ahead and do all this stuff. Look, and I'll be honest with you, I'm no angel, I'm no saint over here. I've been every dude at some point. I've been every one of them. I've been too nice and I've been absolutely ratchet. And I know that's hard to believe because you guys see me all the time. I seem to have my stuff put together, but I think with age, time, improvement, and all these things and going through life, you just say, man, there's more things that are important in life. Now, another part that she talked about is that at the very end, she said that nice guys will have their time. And we have more video clips that we're going to go over. So make sure that you do not go anywhere. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I got to keep throwing that plug in, y'all, because I don't know who's coming in and out of these channels. But what I'm trying to say is that she's saying that nice guys are going to have their time. And what you have is you have a bunch of women who are looking for the top 20% of dudes, right? And then when they start to get passed up, They're starting to get looked over. They're getting their heart kicked in. They're getting kicked in the proverbial junk, okay? Proverbial junk. And then now all of a sudden, that nice guy seems appealing because I'm done with bad boys. And I've seen those same type of women go for good dudes, and they got them. And some will stay with them, but they stay with them out of, I'm tired of being hurt, rather than that's the exact guy that they want. Those women today, especially if you talk about modern women today, will get with that dude and still be creeping on the side. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he's not everything. He is the safe bet. A lot of women have probably dudes in their friend zone. Well, we're not going to go there. We're not going to get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. But let's see what the chat says. First of all, let me shout out. We got Philip Redden. Thank you for being here. He said, yeah, I agree and disagree. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it. I'm shouting out everybody that comes into the chat, so I appreciate you being a part of Simsational Gent and also being a part of this discussion. I look forward to hearing what you got to say on the rest of this stuff. Jan Leong says, she was talking fast as hell, but I get from it, she's saying the jerks start off nice at first, but then change up their ways. And yes, that's what she was saying. She was saying that, listen, nice guys may finish last, but even jerks start off as nice guys, and that ends up still ending up bad. But if you're a genuine nice guy, don't change. Like, don't let what you're going through change you. Stay a nice guy, and eventually it'll work out for you. You'll finish last. But here's the thing, ladies, any ladies listening, dudes don't want to finish last. We're getting old too. We want to be able to have fun, and we want to be able to have someone that's nice. We want to have a nice girlfriend. We want to be able to go out and do things too. And wait until we get old and someone settle for us. Nobody wants to, well, this generation wants the participation award, but I would say any self-respecting man don't want no goddamn participation award. Type 1 in the chat if you don't want no participation award. You want somebody to see you for you. You want somebody to see you for what you can be, for who you are. And I think if you look at that very first video with the dude that got his teeth kicked in by that chick, he was like, yo, I want to just be able to be me and for you to accept me. Why do I have to do all this extra stuff for you to see who I am? And we are going to talk about that here in the next segment of this channel. T-Mac says she's partially right. What about the women that literally say that they are attracted to bad boys? Ha ha! T-Mac, you're getting ahead of me, brother. You knew I was coming. You knew I was coming with the thunder, bro. You know that I wasn't just going to bring out some videos and not be able to talk about that stuff. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. But that's coming. We are going to talk about that. Great. We all thinking alike on that one. Yeah, I've heard plenty of women say that they don't like nice guys because they aren't exciting enough. Absolutely, man. We've all been there. Look, if you've had any amount of relationships, you've heard that before, like, nice guys are boring. I have a lot of female friends, and I hear them say the exact same thing. And I'm like, yo, you wanted a good dude. I'm going to tell you guys something, and the timing is really bad for me to tell y'all this because it could get emotional for me, but my one of my daughters was when I was in Hawaii, and I might have told this story already on the live stream, but I'm gonna tell it again real quick. So this guy that she was seeing, he was a very respectful young man. He came to the house. He was in the military. He was an E5 in the military. He had a country accent, but he was like, yes, sir, no, sir. Very respectful, opening doors, helping out, because we would have parties and stuff in our front yard with all the neighbors there in Hawaii, and he would help out and stuff like that. And then I asked, I said, hey, where's that young man that was coming over? I really liked him. And this is me as dad saying, hey, I like that dude. And my ex, she was like, your daughter didn't like him. I said, she didn't like him. Why? And she told me, she said, well, he's boring. He's just kind of it's vanilla. And I'm like, that dude is at the start of his career. He's an E5 in the military. He wasn't probably going to leave. He was very smart. I can't remember what his rate was at the time, but I can tell you right now, that dude is a chief or an officer right now somewhere, or he's damn near out of the Navy. I don't know about the timing and everything, but given the time, I've been going for this long. So yeah, he would be a chief now at a minimum, or an officer. He seemed like he would have went officer at some point. I mean, this dude, she could have had a good life with a good man, but this dude was boring. And that's what my ex would tell my daughter, okay, which is why she's an ex right now, okay? She just didn't see forward thinking. My daughter wound up getting with another dude, and the dude was a good man. Well, he was a nice dude, or he was, it's weird to say. He's one of those hood, nice dudes, okay? What I'm saying is he didn't have much going on for himself. He reminded me of brothers that I grew up with in the hood. So there was a part of me that had sympathy toward him. And my ex took that as I liked him. Well, yeah, I like the dude because he reminds me of he's like a little brother to me or a son. And at the same time, though, I don't want him for my daughter. And I made that clear. That's the dude she got pregnant for. Yep. Participation award. Daniel Williams said, got to get a passport. Yeah, man. I mean, for some people, a passport might be the way to go. Not everybody's going to be able to leave the country, Daniel. And so what I think, though, I think every man should get an opportunity to leave the country just to see a different way of life. And I hope it sparks them to do big things. I think that, and I say that for both men and women, to be able to get out the country and see a different way of life than what you are. Maybe some of these modern women would get out the country and see the way things are in other places, and maybe it might change some of them. Now, I talked to my uncle who actually lived in Mexico for a while, and he was saying that there's a lot of women that's out there, a lot of these modern women, they're all about our age, and they're all clumped and hunked together down in Mexico and down in all these other places. And guess what? They're by themselves. So now they're taking these girls trips and stuff like that, but they ain't got no man, you know? And you supposed to hit on them. No, I'm in Mexico. I'll hit on whoever the hell I want to, right? Matter of fact, I'm not even here for that. I'm here just to enjoy my time, okay? It ain't always got to be about hitting on somebody just because you're out there. But I understand what your sentiment is, Daniel, and I do support brothers getting out there, brothers and sisters getting out there and seeing something different and improving in life. As we always say here on this channel, live your best life. And I mean that for everybody that are good people. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And let's see. Oh, Lucy, yeah, where you at? You there, girl? Okay. What drink are you on, Lucy? I'm on 2. I'm about to make my 3rd right now in front of y'all. Let's see what Lucy says. When I was young and rebellious, my parents not liking a boy instantly made him more attractive. Damn. Did I push my daughter to the bump? In hindsight, I could say I did, but I meant well. What do Kevin Samuels talk about on his channel? He tells these women now that, come on there, you guys watch Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels will have these women on there and they say, what did your dad think about the dudes you talked to? Oh, I never talked to him. And that's why you keep running across these jacked up ass dudes. See what I'm saying? T-Max says passport is a must. Mazatlan, Mexico was an eye-opener. The native women, wow. Oh, interesting. You know, honestly, I'm going to do my best to travel around and see a whole bunch of different stuff while I'm there. I just read something. I'm about to get to it in a second. You know, I look forward to, you know, honestly, you guys, everybody here in the chat, if you know, some of you guys are new into the chat, so let me tell you exactly what's happening. On this channel, I'm probably going to have to scale back the videos. If I don't scale back the videos, you won't see like the high level production stuff that I do. The cuts are going to be a little bit rougher. So I hope you guys will still watch, but follow the message. And the reason is I have a little bit over a month to get my crap together because I got to get out of this apartment and I got to start traveling. And so Mexico is going to be the first stop that I make, only just so because my cell phone will still work there. It'll allow me to use the Spanish that I've been working on for the last 355 days, get used to using it full time. And then I'll come back, I'll see everybody and come say hi. And then from there, I'm going to go to probably Colombia. So that's the plan. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you guys can follow me on my adventures once I'm doing that. Okay, and I want you guys to be a part of this and the conversations. I'm still going to be doing videos like this one. My live streams might be a little bit different, but we're going to talk about a bunch of things. On the live streams, when I go to other countries, I might still do topics like this, But sometimes I might just tell y'all what my experiences are in that country because I know that you guys will probably care about that, especially you guys that are passport bros. Okay. Now, my friend Lucy says, I have a glass of wine tonight, keeping it classy. I think that's why I have Captain tonight. You know what I mean? I've been going kind of hard, hanging out with some friends because I know my time is nearing an end. And so I've been valuing the time with my friends. However, it's putting a dent in my pocket right now. I don't like it. So, as promised, I'll make my drink in front of you guys. So, listen. Anybody bartenders out there? Y'all know how many ounces that was, right? Put a little more Coca-Cola in that. Splash of Coke with my Captain. I got about 2 more drinks out of this. Ice getting a little low though. I don't like that. I should have brought extra ice. That's a great question. Let me bring that up on the screen. Sean, how long is your world tour going to last? Forever. It's my retirement plan. I want to be able to start saving and building money, right? Like I didn't. Exes would have shredded my money apart, man. Had I stayed in the States, had I developed and built wealth when I was supposed to, but they would have taken everything from me. I already was homeless after it. So I would have I guess I could have fell back on some of it, but now I'll be able to do all this stuff, save money. I've gotten my credit good. I have little debt. I've little debt other than one I've created that I have in control of. But I have pretty much 800 credit. And so I've done all these things. I just want to be happy. And when I was in my car accident 7 years ago, the one thing that I came to plans with is like, what will make me happy independent of who's in my life or who will be in my life? And what gets me to the goal of being able to leave generational wealth behind to my kids. And so I developed this plan. So I'm going to be able to travel full time. And then, most people can only like vacation once or twice a year, your average person. And the way I'm going to do it is that I normally can't see everybody because everybody's scattered through the country. And so the way I'm doing my life, when I come back to the States, I can just travel around and see people for a couple months. And then after I get done with that, then I go back to whatever next country and then I stay there and I'm stacked money and I live a pretty meager life. I want to. And I also want to learn about other cultures. And I want to live a life that is simple. You know what I mean? I don't care about all this crap. And that's kind of been more of who I've been in the course of my life. I don't care about all this stuff. I don't care about the same stuff that other people care about. I care about being happy, but like true happiness is giving back. And I hope to be able to do that. I hope to be able to come back to the States one day and give back in that way as well. But that's a whole nother story. Thank you for that question, though. I have a friend of mine. His name is Neil. I have a story to tell. Make sure you check out his channel. Make sure you check out Brick Girls Go Stateside. But Neil always says, man, if I'm getting spam, I'll spam the come up. So I stole that from you, Neil. I know you're probably listening and driving. But let's get to the next clip. Okay. Let me set this one up. Do I have that muted? Okay, let's do that. Gotta set the next clip up. Now, I had a conversation with a female friend of mine today, and she got mad at me because I used a word. I used a word, and she said, I don't like that word. Now, I'm going to explain to you how I use it, why most women don't like it, and it's not moist, okay? Some people don't like the word moist. Me knowing that people don't like the word moist makes me want to use the word moist, okay? So, so I'm trolling today. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Listen, this word, we hear a lot in the manosphere. And the reason why we hear this word is because for some of us, we realize that this new age dude who wants a participation award, who is willing to say anything for women to like him, this dude falls under that term. Okay? I'm not even about to put that up on the screen yet. Let me finish, Lucy. Oh man. So I'm about to bring up this clip. This is the word. Y'all ready? Let me unmute. Okay. The word is simp. Some women don't like it. We'll talk about that on the side, but I'm gonna play this.
I can't freaking stand this word. This is such a toxic freaking trend. First of all, according to this, simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. So pretty much a simp is a guy who's using the mask of kindness as a way to manipulate his way into getting into a woman's pants or gaining sexual attention from her that they feel entitled to. But you're not reserving that word for guys who are manipulative. You're telling guys who are super freaking sweet that they're simps. You're calling guys simps who are doing nothing more than standing up for women. You're calling guys simps who are getting their women flowers or just taking them on nice dates. What kind of toxic bullshit is this? Why is villainizing kindness a trend? Why are people going out of their way to degrade good men? There's a lot of freaking men that are being nice not to manipulate, but because they're nice freaking people. And calling them a simp is just toxic.
All right, y'all. Y'all see she was in her feelings about the word simp. Listen, I had a talk with a friend of mine, and she was saying she didn't like the word simp because she felt like when men use it now, we tend to degrade. Did I spill something? Interesting. Let me wipe that up real quick. Men using the word simp now is to degrade other men. And I understand the point that she's coming from, because I'm not here to necessarily degrade people. I want to be able to, I'm going to be harsh about my criticism. And so I think that's fair. But I'm not trying to degrade men that are nice to women. If you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, and you are nice or to your wife or your girlfriend, you're kind to them, like, I don't think you're a simp for doing that. I think when you start to venture into being a simp per Sean C's definition or TSG's definition of it, that's when you are a sucker, right? What I'm saying is that you are allowing women, or a woman in particular, to manipulate you for the sake of getting their attention. These are dudes that will go out of their way in order to do things for women because they want to be accepted by them. They don't want to be looked at. They don't want women like that one right there giving them backlash. They don't want those type of women to say that, like, oh, I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy. We're going to talk about good versus nice. So again, I have clips set up for this, right? But we're going to talk about good versus nice, because there is a difference, and that is part of where we're going to tonight. I always have a narrative. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's a story. There's a line that I'm trying to lay down. There is a story that I always lay down in these live streams, and so I want you guys to bear with me. Hit that like button if you're coming into the channel. Relax your feet a little bit. You got your drink ready? I got mine. So subscribe to the channel too if you like content like this. We talk about real stuff, and I also rely on you guys to have this conversation. I want to have a conversation, okay? I feel like that when you start getting to the point where you're just agreeing with women because you don't want to be seen as toxic, that word, y'all know, if you go watch this channel, right, even some of my older videos that are really jacked up, don't watch those videos. But you know, I have a thing about using the word toxic and toxic masculinity. I don't believe that's a real word. I think it's just a word people use to be able to shut down men being men. And I'm saying some dudes have bad behaviors, absolutely, but I don't like that. And I think that this woman is falling on that side of the argument. My thing is, I want men to be men. And if you start to pull back because you're afraid of what people say, if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, you shouldn't be worrying about whether a man or woman is saying you're doing the wrong thing. You handling your business. You are a man, and men, like it or not, good or bad, have to be strong and do what they have to do. And I will tell you, in my experience, I've gotten more attention, more love, more accolades from women when I am being in my manhood and I am not just simping to simp. And I think that's the way it is that we should be. However, I'm going ahead of myself because that's the last part of the segment. Okay, let me get back to the chat. Lucy says, can only men be simps? I'm not familiar with the word apart from your channel, Sean. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. That's why I like having you here, Lucy, because you have a different perspective coming from, another country and still, you've been here a while, but I mean, you're still learning the customs and the stuff like that. And so for women, correct me if I'm wrong there, gents, but women are called pick-me's, right? Like, oh, pick me, right? They want to be accepted or seen by men. Oh, I got another one of my boys in the chat. I'm gonna get to you in a second, brother. So you have these situations where I say it on this channel, but actually I don't use it as much as a lot of other channels do. But I do bring it up because I do not like men that are just trying to cater. It'd be like Lucy. It'd be like if I was it would be like if I come to your channel and this is a weak example, but it's the best one I can think of off the top of my head. It's like if I come to your channel and you say something about women empowerment and stuff like that, and I come on your channel, I'm like, yeah, men are terrible, men are bad, and you guys are all pigs and stuff like that. And I'm saying that because I'm trying to curry favor with you and the women that are in that chat. That is one example of being a simp. Okay. Some people will call men simps because if they're like one of the people that we listen to, like Richie Mack. So he's out in Thailand. He has a girl. He's paying for everything, but she's doing her part in the household. Now, some dudes, the reason, the very first video I started this year was standing up for Richie Mack because I'm like, yo, he's having a good time. He's doing his thing. He's living his best life, right? Hey, down in the description, you can get the sweatshirt, and you can get t-shirt, you can get workout shirt. I'm gonna have more coming. I promise. I swear. I promise. Okay. But check it out. People will say that a brother like Richie Mack is a simp because he's paying for everything and stuff like that. I don't necessarily consider that simping because in the end, this brother is out there. He might be paying for everything, but guess what? He's doing stuff for her and she's doing stuff for him. See, whenever you're in a relationship, everyone has roles. People have things to do. If everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, no matter what kind of dynamic you have in a relationship, that's not simping. And it's his money. Now, again, some of these simps will simp out their money, and it's their money, right? I stand by my word. It's their money, but they know they're getting played, and they're allowing it to happen. Richie Mack is controlling his situation. Simps aren't controlling theirs. If that makes sense? There's so many definitions. Yep, pick me. So for Lucy, so the female version of a simp is a pick me. That's what women call them. Women call them that. I want to get back to T-Mac, what he's saying. She must not know Derek Jackson, king of the simps. All right, yeah, T-Mac brings up a good point. Lucis, I'll get right to you in a second, brother. Stay right there with me. Stay right there. I'm going to shout you out, and I'm going to read your comments. Derek Jackson was a video I did. It was actually the first viral video I did. And I was joking around. I was joking around so bad. But Derek Jackson was one of those guys, Lucy, that he would have a channel. He had a channel where he would side with women about everything. And he would bash men. And he was like, men, if you aren't doing this, you're a punk. If you ain't doing this, you're a bad man. If you're not licking the ground in which a girl walks on, if you're not cleaning her thongs for her, you're a terrible person. Now, I'm going to the extremes to tell you this, but there's a reason. Derek Jackson did that forever. And so he was bashing dudes, and dudes were like, bro, like, first of all, you're trying to think you giving away our secrets. The second thing you're doing is you're just saying this so you could sell women stuff. Here's the thing. Let's be real. On these men's channel, men don't buy a lot of stuff. Women usually are the ones who pay for stuff. That's why Samuel Jackson. What was I thinking? I mixed up Kevin Samuels And Derek Jackson. Sorry, y'all. It's the drink talking. Kevin Samuels' show was a men's show, and it wound up blossoming into women calling in. And he makes his money because women are the ones, one of the major contributors. Y'all the ones go out and buy stuff. And so these dudes will cater to you guys, simps like Derek Jackson, and just so that he can get y'all money because y'all want to know, what do I do? I want a good guy. I want a guy. What I got to do? And so he'll cater to you and give you this advice. But this dude was giving toxic advice, Lucy. The type of advice that Derek Jackson was giving was telling women like stuff that men should be doing, saying that was toxic, and then telling you don't accept anything less than blah, when it's a give and take, right? There's certain things that women have to understand that as men, we do. And he was just putting men down for making money. That's a different type of simp. He's the worst type of simp because he's not only against men, but he's conning women. Piece of crap. Lucis, thank you for being here, brother. I'm going to give Lucis a shout out. Always gives me very thoughtful comments along with everybody in here. You guys give me some really thoughtful comments on the videos, and that allows me to, I always take the time to try to answer thoughtfully if I have the time. Most of the time I do. I see everybody's comments, and Lucis, you always give me some stuff to talk about, think about, even prepare me to think about future videos. So I thank you for being here. Men who cave for the sake of trying to pander is simping. And there you go, Lucy, there you go. Lucy says, thanks for explaining, Sean. Pick me's made me laugh out loud. Hadn't heard that one either. Lucy, I might have to just go ahead. I have some female content creators that I believe are doing great things for, believe it or not, for the manosphere, for men out there. And they're getting so much hell and pushback from other women. And so women in their comments will call these same women pick-me's. Pick me, dude. Pick me. And that's what it means. And it is funny as hell, too. But it's not funny when they're trying to cancel these women, mess up their business and their opportunities to make money, all because they just want to be bitter, too. And then here's the thing. Look, I call out modern women all the time. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. That's what I'm trying to get all the brothers. That's what I'm trying to get all the gents to the point where you're like, bro, I'm not bitter. This stuff don't affect me because I'm working on myself, my purpose. My life is good. Even when it's bad, my life is good. I'm trying to get everybody there. Oh, Lucy says men equal provider, protector. Women nurture feminine energy. Look, man, it's simple. And there's other things in there. There's other things in there, but basic, on a basic level, yeah. You know, these are the things that men and women want, what Lucy just put up on the screen. It's simple like that. And the hands is for the thank you for the shout out. No, man, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm about to queue up the next video. This one is going to be quick, so I'm going to roll from this one to the next one as quick as I can. Okay. So let me bring up the banner for the next topic, because I think that's what we're getting into. So the first one was nice guys mean well. Right now we're in what women want. So before I bring up the next clip, let me mute. Okay, let me bring up the next clip. So when I say what women want, we talk about so many topics about what women want, right? It's probably, if you want to title a video, it's probably one of the most popular ones you can. Women look at it, men look at it, right? It's a very popular thing to title. I want to put that in here. Oh, did I just hit that? I want to put that in here for a specific, very specific reason. Because there are a number of women that will say they want a nice guy. But they say they want a nice guy. What they want isn't a nice guy. And I have a bunch of clips, a couple of clips that I want you guys to look at that even women are calling this out. So look, I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's get to some of these video clips so we can talk about it on the other side of this. Again, if you just come into the channel, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the Simsational Gent. Talk about this every Wednesday night at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. I live on the West Coast. All right, let's get to this. Oh, y'all didn't hear that. My God, my bad. Y'all didn't hear that. I'm gonna start it over again.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes.
All right, y'all heard that. Okay. So that's the first video. We'll bring up the second one. Did I mute it? Okay. Sorry, y'all. My production team is me. Unmute. We're golden. Let's go.
All right, here's the deal. I want to know if these men even exist. I'm looking for a nice guy, right? Who's going to tell me I'm pretty, maybe take me to dinner, maybe help with the dishes every now and then, but who can also show me who's boss in the bedroom.
So my point was earlier, you have women that say they want a nice guy. And here's the thing. Remember the guy from the very first clip? He was a nice guy. I believe that he probably was a nice guy. He, however, isn't the dude that women fantasize about when they think of a guy. That same woman says she wants a nice guy, and she also wants him to be good in the bedroom. The reason why nice guys kind of fall to the wayside is because women don't find themselves attracted to them. Okay? And we know which way. They don't find them attractive because, or they'll see a guy and maybe he can do some things. And because the outer shell doesn't say, if he doesn't show a certain type of dominance or aggressiveness or take chargeness, then yeah, her lady parts are going to dry up. Okay. It's going to be like living out here in the desert, dried up lady parts. All right. And that's where nice guys find themselves in. And listen, them dudes that you could have a nice guy like that dude in the first clip who could be well endowed, but he'll never get the chance because the attitude doesn't match what's going on down below. And women also like to be seduced. Man, we know women that can kind of flirt with us and we got good banter with. She giving you that little, and I'm about to show y'all in the clip. I'm going to show y'all in the clip. Y'all probably saw it in the thumbnail. I'm going to show y'all something in there that shows that the woman that this young man was talking to, I'm going to show you where the attractiveness is. If you looked at the thumbnail close enough, you already know. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that this woman says that she thinks that if a guy is nonchalant and, he's not going to obsess over her, she don't want him. You know what's even funnier about that, gents? The thing is, that is the exact same type of woman that would actually like a dude that's like that. Let that dude be a top 20% dude. He's acting all nonchalant, don't want to talk to her. She's not going to be like, boo, boo, tomato, 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 right? She's not going to be doing all that stuff. Her lady parts are going to be tangling, okay? And she going to want to talking to that dude, okay? Now, I get it. Some women do want that simp attention, right? They just want attention so much that, hey, I want that type of dude. I get it. I get it. But the second lady, let's talk about the second lady. She wants a nice guy, but it's not that she wants a nice guy. She wants another type of guy. And we're going to get into that here soon. Let me get into clip number 6. Okay. Let me cue it up. Because this one here is this young dude going out asking people on the street. And we're going to talk about this one on the other side of it. Let me get my comments queued up. Unpause.
Do nice guys finish last?
Yeah.
So you like mean boys?
I like mean boys.
You like to get cussed out?
Yeah, like get mad at me.
Y'all like being degraded? So you like becoming like a slut? Like
Yeah, a little bit.
that's crazy.
Yo. Listen, for any young men that might watch this later on, past this, or any guy that's like a nice guy, like that first guy in the first clip, go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Hit the like button if you're just coming in here. But what this dude got this young lady to admit to. Oh, actually, let me bring up this video one more time because I want to show y'all something that I saw in here. I want to, because he asked her all that. Hey, do you want to be degraded? You want to be talked down to? Okay, I'm gonna keep the video right there because I want to show y'all something in that video. Okay, so listen, do women want men to just completely treat them bad? Some women do, and those women are usually pretty toxic, where they want you to treat them like crap because all they know is they've been treated like crap. Those are the women you need to avoid, and most of us that are older here don't want to deal with that kind of stuff in the long run. However, a woman wants, see, I can't talk about it without getting into the next segment. But a nice guy isn't what women want. Like, being nice should just be standard, okay? But what they really want isn't what we're talking about here, right? Like, a nice guy isn't what women really want. It's a different type of guy. We'll get there. But so when he talks about, like, you want to talk down to, degrade it, women want to know that you're going to be a man at the end of the day. That you're not going to just be some little bitch that she could walk over. That, like the last woman who said, I'm looking for a nice guy who could be commanding in the bedroom. Woman wants to know that, hey, you gonna control things, okay? You gonna talk to me and make my lady parts tingle and jangle. Okay, all these different things. A woman wants to know that you can bring it. Okay. Now, here's the thing: it's good when you can bring in the bedroom, but also you can back it up in your real life. That really, really is what women want. But I digress. Now, I'm going to show y'all this picture. I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to notice something real quick. I'll go back to that. See what she's doing? You'll see what she's doing. Let me see if y'all can see see my little arrow. See that right here? When women like a dude, one of the tells, so they'll play with their hair and put it over their ears, or they'll be just picking on their hair in front of her, and that smile. See that? See, they got that smile, right? He's talking all that crap. He's tall, young man looking okay, right? I mean, kind of bummy to me. But guess what? She'll put that hair over her ear and on the side that he's over. Because it's a thing, right? It's like women expose the neck, right? The neck is central area. Women start making lines and stuff. He has her hand on her. And when she's talking about, yeah, I want him to do all these things, she wants to have a dude that she can feel comfortable and secure with, yet somebody that's going to make her feel safe and that's going to take charge. And that's real deal Holyfield. That's been my experience. Be real. The worst times I have in dating is when I start acting like a little simp myself, which has been a while. But tell you what, I've been there. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm exempt from it. That's how I know I can talk about it. All right. Now you have some women that say they want a good guy. They want a nice guy. Oh, actually, let me get to the thing. Lucis had put some down there. The advent of James Dean icon of bad boy. Yeah, man, listen. There is a reason that dude was a sex symbol. It really was. Because that dude oozed control, man, against the grain. He made women's lady parts sing because it's like, yo, what would he do to me? Women get into the fantasy of things too, right? Women like to get into the fantasy of it. And sometimes you have to do that for your woman. Even if you've been with a woman for a while, sometimes you have to create the fantasy. And so I think guys forget that, especially if you've been with, people that have been together a long time. You start losing the fantasy. Sometimes you got to be like, you know where you need to get to right now. You know what I'm saying? Or when we get home, something's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make her be like, whoa, why are you talking to me like, Okay, don't talk to me like that. Hair over the ear. So James Dean is a perfect example. I mean, that dude, that lady part sang. Okay, sang. Let me get the next video. Gotta push this along. So I'm gonna set this next one. Now this woman right here. Now this woman here is gonna be talking about one of the things that women wind up not realizing. Women say they want a nice guy. And a lot of times the nice guy is there in women's lives. But a lot of times those dudes get overlooked. We're going to talk about that on the other side of this video. And I think y'all know, because a lot of, if you've been out there dating, you know what type of dude I'm talking about. So if you're new into the chat, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, consider donating. Love y'all. All right, let's get to it. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the sound on. I keep doing that.
Monica, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Typically, you find them right in front of your freaking face, okay? Like, let's be real. As women, I don't know for guys, but we always have that one guy friend who would literally do anything for us and is not the person we're dating, seeing, talking to, or hooking up with. That was Connor. That's your Connor. That was my Connor. And 90% of the time, it's your Connor. These men have seen you go through heartbreak and douchebag after douchebag, and it breaks their heart. They just want to be the ones that get to take care of you and show you all the good things about relationships. So if you need a sign to give the nice guy a chance, this is it. Do it. Don't come at me with the, I don't see him that way. He's too nice. Ugh, gross. Bitch, please. Name one person who doesn't want to be cared for, respected, appreciated, and loved for exactly who they are. Quick tip for the nice people, though, out there. Don't get walked all over because we don't like a pushover. You should be appreciated back just as much as you're appreciating them. In the end, they should be your best friend.
That woman said a lot of stuff, okay? And I want to make sure that we touch on these things. I don't want to keep y'all too late tonight, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we talk about these things, okay? So she said that women have oh my God, I keep forgetting to plug the phone in. 1 second, you guys, don't go anywhere. I gotta plug the phone in. Uh-oh, I'm rocking the boat. Okay. Ooh, crisis averted. Why do I keep doing that? First of all, before I get on into my dissertation, oh, hit the wrong one. Hey, just popped to say hi. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Miss Amici. If you guys check out Wanda's channel, there's a good channel about family, taking care of her family and stuff like that. If you guys are about family, you want to see family life and different things and different aspects like that, her channel is excellent for that. And I really appreciate everything she does, especially for her boys and just taking care of them and make sure they're good. And they're going to be good young men one day. And I look forward to seeing that. Okay, so everybody's saying hi. All right, so here we are. This woman says that everybody has a Connor, Connor in their life. And Connor is that dude that women put into the friend zone. Now, here's the thing. Women put men into the friend zone, but there are times that us men put ourselves into the friend zone. And I've done it. Like especially around the times when I'm just like, I don't feel like really being too overly aggressive. And I put myself straight into the friend zone when there was opportunities to do more. I just didn't have the energy to go after people. And I friend zoned myself. I have a lot of female friends and I respect them and I love them. And I can be friends with females. I did this question on this channel a long time ago about can men and women be friends? I absolutely believe they can. I have a lot of female friends and I value them. And, there's things that I would wish better for their lives. And in some instances, that I hope they wish better for mine. However, women have this dude, this Connor in their life, and they overlook this dude because it's like, oh, he's my bestie. I can't like him like that. And it's like, well, you say you want a good dude, and the good dude is there. And it's because whatever it is about a dude that's like a Connor, that's in the life like this dude, he doesn't make her lady parts sing. Because that's what it really comes down to. When you look at a dude, if you say, well, this is my best friend and I love him to death, when women friend zone dudes, it's usually because they do not see them sexually. They do not see them in a romantic way. And that is the doom for a lot of dudes. Now, what can you do to change that? We could talk about that on the backside of the show, but what I'm going to say is that women, if they really, really want a good guy, the dude is usually there. And the modern women, they usually have multiple dudes that they keep in their friend zone as a backup to the backup to the backup to the backup that will give them the attention that they need. And the further down you, like, women have a tier and a hierarchy of where those dudes fit in the friendship. And the further you get down that friendship, probably the more simping happens, right? Or maybe the dude that's at the top is the biggest simp, right? He's the one that's providing the emotional support and the physical stuff right then and there. Maybe that's the dude. The dude at the top is the highest simp. I guess that's the best way to put it. He's the participation award of dudes. Sitting there watching the girl that you like and want and desire to give all her attention to all these dudes that don't mean right for her, to see it and stay there, waiting, lying in wait to be and have that opportunity to be with her. Crazy. All right. Let's get to the next video. Because in this next video, this is an older woman. And I got to give her credit because she's speaking facts, or she is about to. Okay? Now, this young lady puts out really good video. But this older lady, I say older, but she's older. She's going to clarify exactly what women really want. I hope I set that up right. All right, let's go.
Girls do like nice guys. Actual nice guys.
Right, but just not romantically. I think, everything you said had truth to it, right? There's these nice guys that want something in return and they turn out to be real jerks. And you're saying that you like genuine nice guys, but that's not really true because those genuine nice guys get told they're too nice. You friend zone them. And then they get bypassed and don't even have an opportunity because they didn't speak up. They don't lead. They're not assertive. They lack confidence. So with that being said, I think what you're talking about is good guys. A good guy is, he's confident. He has all those traits us women like, and he's nice because he's supposed to be. We want a good kind man, right? But for clarification, let's be real. Those genuine, sweet, nice guys you're talking about, those guys get friend zoned, taken advantage of, and used. You want to know why? Because there's a difference between being a nice guy and a good guy. And if you want to see more about that, check out my video.
What I don't want y'all to do is go check out her video. I want y'all to hit that like button and subscribe. No, y'all can check it out. She had a good point, though. What did she say? What she said was, she said that women really want good guys, not nice guys. There's a difference. I'm going to go further and say, anybody who's watched my channel for any length of time, if you listen to what I've said, what do I say? This channel is for good men. I don't say nice guys. I said good men. It's a good men channel. All right? I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm just saying you're a good man. You know where you're going. You have direction. You have purpose. You understand where you need to be at, right? Like, these things are very important to you. You are trying to work on yourself, and you're trying to advance what you're trying to advance your agenda. And the thing about it is, for a good man, for a good dude is a nice guy who just got his crap together. A good man, notice what I say, I ain't gonna say good dude, a good man, okay? I didn't say boy, nice guy, okay? I said a good man. Because, see, a man handles his goddamn business. A man gets out there and he knows what to do. A man is a good man is someone that hopefully a woman who's got her stuff together, she sees him because she sees he's working on himself. He has his shit together, working on his purpose. Excuse my French, everybody, because I haven't cursed today. And he's working on his things. He got it. He got it. He got that. Okay, go about 2-3 videos ago when she says, I want a nice guy, but he can do right in the bed. See, a good man, all right, could be the guy that's nice that's doing that. Okay. So that's why I was holding off. Everything was building up to me talking about what should men aspire to be. Men should not aspire to be these nice guys. And what I mean is even sociopaths can be nice. Men should aspire to find their higher self and be people that women and men alike respect. If you are that man, you ain't gonna have much problems. You're gonna be just fine. But if you just sit there and be a nice guy, I'm gonna be a nice guy. Do I have my little props over here? Oh, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Let's see if the gent got his props together. Oh, y'all ready? I just want to be a nice guy. I just want to be a nice guy to everybody. You know, I just want a girl I can cuddle me and hold me, and so I can just cry next to her and while I live in my mom's basement. That doesn't make the lady parts tingle. Okay. Those dudes don't. Be a good man. Be a man. That's why I said I don't believe in this toxic stuff. There's toxic men, there's toxic women. But if you're a good man, you're on your purpose, man. And I will fight tooth and nail for anybody who says that a man that is on his purpose and doing what he's supposed to be doing is toxic for being a man. And that's what's wrong with some of the dialogue today. All right? That woman nailed it. Oh, I guess y'all said it too. Wanda says she nailed it. She did. She did, Wanda. Jay Leon, right on the head. Boom. She did say it. Lucy says good men stay on their purpose because they understand their responsibility and accountability to their family, their friends, their business networks, etc. Man, say it 3 times for the cheap seats. See, that's why I was building this up to this, because it was like, yo, there is this stigma. Oh, I should be a nice guy. And when we're younger, we believe this. As a matter of fact, you know what's even worse about this show? Type 1 if y'all agree with me when I say this. There's too much teaching these young men today to be nice guys and not good men. It is driving me crazy. And so when I make these videos, and I talk about toxic masculinity and people are like, oh, well, right? I'm like, it doesn't exist. Yes, are there things that we should be working on so that we can be better and not have terrible traits? Thank you, Lucis. Thank you, brother. We're teaching these young men to be weak. And the world doesn't care. So we see this little bubble that we have. And if we live in a good neighborhood and we're safe, that's not the world we live in. If you are a target or you are mark, they're going to knock your head off, son. And you guys that grew up know that. It's not that you have to be a bad dude or you have to be hard in a garden, but you know that the world is bigger than what the safety, the participation award, people. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous place. It can change at a moment's notice. And men have to be about their wits, because women want that dude, the dude that when shit hits the fan, that dude don't panic. That dude could at least somewhat gather his emotions in himself, his emotional intelligence, and be the man that people need in that moment. Not everybody's a leader, I get that. But at least to be emotionally intelligent such that they can at least stand up when things happen. Women want to feel protected, and they want a man that they feel can be a man in those type of situations. Because this world, as safe as it's gotten, it is still dangerous. If you're new into the channel, make sure you hit that like button so that more people can come in. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this. All right. So, thank you, Lucis. I appreciate you, brother. Okay? So that woman did nail it on the head. She did. And she's speaking real facts. And here's the thing. What I love about that video, y'all, check it out. That was a younger lady who puts out really good videos. I actually had some other content. I want to do a video of women actually giving good advice. And she's actually in one of those videos, right? But she was a little bit off. And that woman cleaned it up for her. And that woman obviously knows what she's doing. I don't even see a ring on her hand. That's unfortunate. She got it together. But no, daughter, do not call. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. Lucy says, every man is not a leader in the world, but should be for his home. Preach. Thank you. Yes. Listen, every man is not a leader, but every man has to be the protector of his home. He has to be the man in his home. That's what I believe in. Say I'm wrong or right, but I believe in men being men. I'm not talking about like trying to oppress women and all that. I'm saying be a man. Just be a man. Okay? Too many weak ass dudes out here. Too many simps. And I am saying it in such a way that simps are messing it up for good men. Simps are messing it up for good men because they're just catering to this. They're only contributing to the messed upness of the modern society. And we ain't got time for it. That's why a lot of people out there getting those passports right now because they're just tired of it. Like, listen, y'all ladies that are in here in the chat, let me tell y'all the truth. The truth is, you have men that are just giving up. It's not just because of women. It's because of some of these simp-ass dudes, too. It's like, yo, man, really? Things would change if these type of dudes wouldn't sit there running their goddamn mouth. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. I'm be cool. I get a little angry about it because I just be like, we hope that in the manosphere, in channels like this one, in channels like some of the other ones, I don't want to make men bitter. I want to make men realize they need to improve and be good men. All the problems that they're having, they won't have if they were good men operating on their purpose. I don't even know if this video I'm about to play is relevant, but I'm gonna play it. Oh, I do have something to say on this next video, so let me unmute it.
Do you pay over $10 for a slice of pizza?
Of course I would. I'm a idiot for real. Like,
now this woman says, or this caption is, would you still catch feelings for a man even if he said he wasn't looking for a relationship? Now, the thing I want y'all to get from that one, there's a reason why I left it in there. And I left it in there to say this. When I was a younger man and I was in college and I was teaching engineering, I didn't have a lot of time. So as I was hanging out and stuff, I didn't have time to be in no relationship. I was on my purpose. And even I could even say I allowed a woman, my ex, to get me off of my purpose when I was like so close to, I was so close, y'all, right? It's 3 credits away from finishing my college degree. And then a lot of stuff happened in my life, so I didn't get a chance to finish it. However, the point I'm trying to say is she was like, would it be stupid to go with a man who says I'm not looking for a relationship? You know why? My cousin used to say, he said, Sean, man, he said, how that line work on girls? I said, well, It's not a line. It's the truth. You know, like, and I said, that's why it works. Because 2 reasons. The first is the truth. So I say it with conviction. Hey, I'm trying to work on this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And the second reason why that line works is because those women that I told that to were like, I can change that. I'll make him want me. And so it made them want me more. And so he was like, I don't get why it works. I'm like, because I'm not lying. And this other part is I'm really handling my business and they think I'm going to change my mind, you know? So it is what it is. Wanda says, once a man was placed in a friend zone by me, there was no coming back. Sad but true. Ooh. Wanda dropping off the top rope. Ugh. Men, if you're listening to this, first of all, hit the like button. If you come in here new to the channel, welcome to the Simsational Gent. I'm Sean C. Subscribe to the channel. More content like this. Wanda is coming off the top rope with something. Once you're in that friend zone, it's really hard to get out of it. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, men, because sometimes you have to work on yourself. You have to improve who you are. You have to work on who you are. You have to have changed who you are as a person, and you usually need a little time to pass. So the woman that had you in the friend zone sees you in a completely different light. She can't be in your life and see you making these changes because she'll never see them. She'll just look at you and say, well, it's just the same person I've been with, right? It's like when you're around your family, you act the exact same way around your family, right? Like when people that we're comfortable around, we act the same way around. So there has to be some gap. I've actually changed minds on the friend zone as I changed and time had passed. And in some instances, it will turn that person off because they'll look at it and they'll say, well, I don't like who this new person is. This isn't the person that I knew. And so they will be turned off by that. On the flip side of it, though, on the flip side, if they've changed and they say, well, I've changed, that person's changed, and the changes that you've made are like make you more of a man, that they see you more of a man, you can get out of that friend zone. The problem with a lot of dudes, especially simps, is thinking that if they stay around long enough, even if they're making changes, they stay around, that woman is going to change their mind. And Wanda hit the nail on the head. If you stay around and she get to see you, even if you're making those changes in front of her, the only other way I can see that I've seen in my experience that a woman will change from you being in the friend zone to making her inner parts moist. I want to say the word moisture. That worked out really well. Is you're making those changes and some other woman wants you, and that woman perceives that woman to be of higher caliber than she is. That would make her want you. That's what I've seen. Am I buffering? No, that sucks. Why was he placed in a friend zone, though? I don't know what we're talking in relation to. Oh, why was the dude placed in a friend zone in the first place? Well, in general, this is the base level reason, because there's certain things dudes do. You can do something and be like, ugh, that was a turn off. Like if you let a dude slap you or something, will never let you live that down. Why you hit me for? Because you hit me, mother. That was weeks ago. I hit you, Charlie Murphy. I'm sorry. Oh, but you're right. There's usually something dudes do or don't do, and it places them in a friend zone. It's just what it is. Lucy says a friend of mine who says she loves bad boys told me once it is because she likes to think she can change them, which we talked about earlier, Lucy. And I guess it is human nature to want what is difficult to obtain. I hate that. I hate that aspect about I'm going to have to make it difficult so that you want me. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. And I think I said it earlier. If you looked at the video that I put out earlier today prior to this, I did put out a video. So after you guys leave this live stream, go check out the video I put on. This woman says some really egregious stuff. And there's another clip that I really got to find from her. And it's terrible. This woman is putting out terrible takes to women out there. And this is the advice they get. Okay. I don't want to get into it yet, but I might find it and do it tonight. It should be a very easy video for me to make. But I might have to do another video because she's saying some really dangerous stuff. Check out that video. But in that video, I talked about it, about people wanting challenges. And we're going to talk about that because that is the last clip I have of the night that I'm going to share with you guys, where we talk about not being too nice. We talk about challenges. And we're hearing from a psychologist that some people don't like, but he speaks truth. We'll talk about it. All right. Wanda says he didn't meet the requirements. A man definitely had to captivate my interest immediately or they didn't have a chance. I am buffering a little bit. So Wanda, there was advice that my aunt gave me once. And what she said was this. She says that a woman typically knows where she wants to go with you after she meets you, the initial meeting of you. She knows about how far she wants to go. Does that work in all cases? No. However, for dudes that are too nice or simps or whatever you want to call them, they get tossed in that little category immediately, as Wanda said. If you are one of those top dudes, you get tossed up immediately. It's the in-between guys that find themselves like, maybe I might have to, there's the initial impression. There's the, well, you know what, maybe and now I'll check them out again. But you usually have an impression. You know, like, whatever. But it's the middle guys that kind of might get a little bit more leeway. But if you're on the extremes, you're too nice or you're that top 20% dude, instant, okay? Women just know, okay? So, sorry guys, but that is the truth. That happens. Wanda says, I agree with you on 100%. Yeah, no. And she told me that at a very young age. You know what's even messed up, Wanda? Even knowing that information, I fumbled the football on it. Because I am always more worried about not being true to who I am. Because the truth is, you could play roles, but who you are eventually comes out. You know what I mean? So it's like you can sit there and try to play the role to try to get somebody to like you or think you or whatever. But then the true you comes out. And then, you know, it is what it is. I have one last video that I want to share with you all. So let us get to it. This is Jordan Peterson talking.
I bet you there's not a person in this room who hasn't rejected someone because they were too nice to them. Something like that. Person's no challenge. It's something like that. You want someone who, you know, you can get along with them, but now and then they bite you and you think, oh, that's interesting. You know, I didn't really expect that. And then you go puzzle over it for a while and you torture yourself about it. And that's one of the things that keeps you really linked into the relationship. And the reason for that is that part of the reason that you want the relationship isn't so that you're happy right now. It's so that you can live a high quality life across multiple decades. And so you're looking for someone that you have to contend with, who's going to push you beyond what you already are and who's going to judge you harshly often for your limitations. Now that'll make you angry and all of that, you know, and resentful, and maybe you'll take your revenge and all of that. But you don't want someone who thinks you're perfect in your current form, partly because why would you want to go out with someone that deluded?
So, if I had to summarize what Jordan Peterson said there, is that people do want challenges. People know that they're not where they want to be. And if everything is perfect right away, or too perfect, if you will, then where's the opportunity to grow with that person? Where's the opportunity for that person to challenge you to be the best version of you? Where's that opportunity to know where's an opportunity for that allows you guys to challenge each other? Which is why I've seen some TikToks out there where women says like, or where I don't know if it's women or dudes, but it's like, I think it was women. And it was saying like, hey, you need, like, men need a challenge. That's what it was. It was women. It's like, well, men need a challenge. Well, men do want to be challenged. Listen, I know that there's a thought out there, pervasive out there, about women, especially the ones that are more modern women into their toxicity, to say that men just want women to be submissive and don't say anything and this, that, and the third. And like, no, like we want a good woman that's gonna think about us and is gonna look out for us. But we want a woman too that will challenge us to be better. Sometimes we get weak because we're battling this world, and sometimes we need their strength in order to be able to push on. We look at them, the people that we love, the ladies and the women that we love, and we look at them and say, you know what? I have something to fight for. And if I'm being an idiot, it is that woman that is going to lay her hand on my head and tell me it's all right. That's going to stroke my neck and tell me, like, you know what? You are the man. And maybe in this exact moment you've forgotten it. But I know who you are. I've seen who you are. Get up and be who you are. Listen, there are a bunch of men that will contend that we don't need this and we don't need that. And there's equally women now, especially now, these independent women is like, we don't need no men. This is all a game. And as Denzel said, one of my favorite phrases to say in life that I live by, and its principle has served me very well, that this shit is chess, not checkers. And on the chessboard, you need both the king and the queen in order to be able to play the game. Each have their roles. Each have what they need to do, and they complement each other in order to try to win the game. Until we understand that, right? But the king has to make decisive moves. The king has to give up some pawns sometimes. The king has to sacrifice certain things in order for things to take place. And we do want good women behind the scenes, because it's that queen that can move around and do things and maneuver in such a way that supports the overall mission of getting that checkmate. And so I don't know how many of y'all play chess, but it's the simplest way I can describe it. But here's the thing. At the end, in the end, strive to be a good man. Don't strive to be a nice guy. Be a good man. With that comes responsibility to continue to work on yourself, to continue to push and work towards your purpose and be the best version of yourself. And as we say here on this channel all the time, so that you can live your best life. All right. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment. I'm about to go through and I'm about to go ahead and shout everybody out. Thank you to Wanda, Miss Amici. Make sure you check out her channel, Jay and Leon World. Thank you very much for being here, you guys. And thank y'all last week for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that from you guys. Check out Brick Girls Go Stateside. They have an excellent channel. Lucy was here tonight. Thank you, Lucy, for being here. I really value everything that you bring to the channel. Lucis was here, man. Thank you so much. You always comment on everything, and you always give me things to think about on those videos. Okay. Who else was up in this house? We got my boy T-Mac in the house. T-Mac, thank you very much for going ahead and contributing. T-Mac always contributes to the show, and I really appreciate it. I'll get back to you there in a second there, Lucy. I saw your comment pop up. Who else was up in here? We had Daniel Williams up here contributing, talking about get a passport. That's right. Go ahead. Expand your horizons, find out what else is out there so you don't limit your experiences. Thank you, Daniel Williams, for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Okay. I did shout out you, T-Mac, right? T-Mac always giving me some great stuff to think about. I appreciate him. The brother's always there. We think alike. Philip D. Redden Jr. Thank you, sir, for being here. I appreciate you being here on the TSG live stream number 32. Thank you, sir, for contributing to this discussion that we had this evening. We also had my boy, Neil. I have a story to tell. Make sure you guys go over and check out his channel. He even may have a live stream going on tonight right after this one. So this brother talks about some positive things. He also works in the gig economy. So if you guys do any type of Lyft, Uber, all these stuff, DoorDash, all this stuff, he talks about that. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, he also gives positive affirmations every day. Check out his channel. Did I miss anyone? Nope. I'm gonna go back down and read the chat, see what else we got going on here. Lucy says, love the live stream, Sean. Thank you very much. Lucy, I thank you so much because you always bring nuanced conversation to this chat. You, Wanda, right? Leon, you all bring, you guys give a woman's perspective on some of the things that we're talking about. And I think we need that because, again, I want this to be a discussion. I want this to be something that we talk about, that we all grow from, we get better from. And we can't do it without hearing from you all, right? It's just going to be just a bunch of guys' opinions. And don't get me wrong, I'm good, but I also want to have the discussion. And I think that's really important for us to move forward, to have equitable outcomes. More importantly, for us men to move forward, to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And I swear by that, and that will always be the theme of this channel. And we need you guys' voice to do that. So thank you all very much. Listen, if you didn't get a chance to check it out, I put a video out right before this. Watch that video, like this live stream so other people can see it later. Subscribe to the channel. We come with this heat every Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I got some more videos coming out. I'm coming more with that fire. Realize, though, I will be moving here soon, so I will be kind of scaling back, but I hope you guys support me and the channel. Love you all. And with that being said, live your best life.